Welcome to More Than Mindset, the only podcast that bridges the gap between spirituality and success. Go beyond the mind with clarity and confidence coach Kim Guillory and learn how to integrate your passion to serve with your skills and experience to create a business you love. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome back to the More Than Mindset show. I am your host, Kim Guillory, and today we are talking about business and relationships and how do the two intertwine? Like, how do we get more clients, have better relationships, and what does one have to do with the other? So sit tight, grab your paper and pen. I'm going to take you through 5 things that are necessary to get more clients and to build better relationship. Because ultimately, if you are in business, you're in relationship. People do business with people that they are in relationship with. And I find that it is a disservice the way that we market and promote sales and the whole online. I was talking to my VIP clients this morning about this. We were talking about influencers and large followings, going viral, having millions of people who follow. And then we have these very deep, healing focused, intentional coaches that really don't serve the millions. But what they do is offer amazing value. And so I'm going to take you through the process that I take my clients through that bridges the gap between leads and, guess you guessed it, clients. So how do you get your leads, people who are interested, your prospects, how do you get them into actually becoming a client position so that you can help them get the results that they want in their life? So before I get into the 5 things, let me take you through the process that I'm speaking of. So number 1, if you want to start a business, if you're self-employed, if you're an entrepreneur, the first thing you have to have is an idea. I have an idea to bring something to the market that I can deliver that would create value. Number 2, you have to get attention. If people don't know about you, they can't work with you. So what are you going to do to get attention? And this is where I think most people get hung up at. When we start talking about going online, meeting more people, getting attention, networking, they get hung up in, if I post on social media, I'll get clients. And that is not what I am saying. Get attention so that people know you are available, that you are a person, that you are a party of interest. Use social media to network and to scale relationship. Number 3, get leads from the attention. Leads just meaning prospects, people who will possibly want to do business with you or be in relationship with you. The next step. So right here is where I'm going to do these 5 things to close this bridge. The next step is, once you have the leads and you're nurturing the leads, when or how do you get the lead to convert to a client so that you can help them improve their life? The next step, if we're following this entire process, is once you have converted them to the client, is then you will serve them, give them amazing value and benefits, and then you can offer continuity, something where they continue working with you. Got it? So that's like the journey. Now, let's fill in the gap between I got attention, and now people of interest are in my network, or they're in my email, or in my Facebook group, they're on my social media. So they are now considered leads because they have said yes to, I'm interested in knowing more about you. So we're going to fill in, if you do these 5 things, we're going to fill in these 5 things that are missing and why people get so burnt out in marketing, because they are missing this point, they're missing this process. So first thing, guys, they have to trust you. So are you showing up whenever you're getting attention? Are you showing them who you are? Do they trust you? Do they want to come closer and know more about you? You have to establish trust and you have to give value. So, okay, I trust her, but why should I listen to her? Big difference, right? At first, it's get the attention. So I see you, I know you exist. Now I trust you and I want to come a little closer. And now you're giving me value. Now, how do I give value? I know so many of you get mixed up here because you think giving value is telling them how, giving them your process, telling them everything they need to know in order to get the results or to prove or convince that you can help them. And that's not what value is. Value is how can you give them an experience for themselves so that they can see and feel and know that there is something here for them. It's got to be of value. It has to give them some sort of change or experience or curiosity so that they feel it. So giving them value is about telling story that is relatable, letting them know that you understand, you've been there, or you've helped other people go there. So they have to trust you. And then you have to give them value if you want them to stay. And you use story to connect the dots from this is what I want and this is what I can have, to connect the trust factor from you to where they are. Can I really trust this person? Have they shown me enough of who they are that I am safe here? So you're telling story. Now it's your story, but it's their story. It's their story too. So your story is relatable to their story. Or maybe it's the client journey that you're going on, but it is a story that is relatable to where they are and where they want to go. Now, you have to make the connection in order to, you guessed it, build the relationship. So, this is where relationship and business cross. So they trust you, they're getting value, they relate to the story, they're connecting to you being their guide, you understanding them, you knowing what they need and want, you understanding where they are right now, and now you are relating to them. And it is the relationship that so many marketers are missing. So you get caught up in, oh, I just need to expose, I need to show them, I need to like prove that we got the results or someone else got the results, or I need to convince them to listen to me. I need to show them all my certifications. I need to tell them everything that I've done. Guys, that is not giving value. It is not telling a relatable story that connects and builds a relationship. And people do business with people they're in relationship with. If you think about everyone you've ever done business with, like really think about, you know their story, you understand their why, like what is their mission? What is their vision? What are their core values? How do they do business? How do they deliver? How do they show up? How do they draw you in to build the trust and value and connection? So if you start working on this and you start bringing it into the stories that you tell, the connections that you make on social media, then you're not going to be exhausted and feeling like you're selling all the time because you're not selling. Social media is not going to get you clients. Sorry, but social media is not a sales platform. It is a social platform and it is an opportunity to scale relationships. So, what does that mean, scale relationships? Well, you're a person in a body that is limited by wherever you are. But online, you have the capacity to reach everyone in the world who is also online. So you have more space, energy, and opportunity to meet more people. So that is what scale means. Scale is you take an idea or a process or a person, and you make it more available for more people. So if you use social media for people to find out who you are, hear your story, create some sort of connection and value so that they know if they want to work with you or not. So according to Google, it is your job to have 7 hours of content available. So when a new person does find you on social or online, they can go and listen to things that you have talked about, things that you have done, and it gives them the opportunity to get to know you. And that closes the gap between lead and conversion. Quit worrying about conversion. That naturally happens when you're in relationship and you're offering value and they have trust and connection to you. You could have yourself and 20 other coaches marketing the same exact thing, and this is what's going to make the difference. So I'm going to list those one more time. So first of all, let's do the circle. So you have an idea. You want to take something to the market, something that you can deliver, something of value that people want. Now you're going to get attention. You can get attention on social media. You can get attention in person. You can go to coffee shops. You can go to events. You can network, but you have to get attention so people know that you exist and have the opportunity. And then they become a potential lead, a lead source. Like, oh, I might want to get on her email list. I might want to listen to her podcast. I might want to read her book. I might want to go to her next training that she does, right? So that whenever they give you their email or their phone number and they opt in, that's when they become a lead. And then you have to nurture. And the way that you nurture is establishing trust, giving value, telling story that creates connection and builds relationship. And that is going to close the gap between those who are leads and those who become clients. Now, once they become your client, it is your job to do good on your brand promise. So what are you promising? So I'm promising to help wellness entrepreneurs and practitioners become confident, competent coaches. I know they are healing focused. I know they want to help people heal their life. Most of them have imposter syndrome. They don't know how to market. They've never run a business. They just know that I've got this flame inside of me and I need to help people so that I can feel satisfied. I've been through a lot of life experience and I've learned a lot of things and I know I can help people. People come to me all the time and they want advice and they want to know what to do and they dump all their problems on me. So I know I would be a great, outstanding coach. Beautiful. Good to know what you want to do. Now it is your job to develop that skill set and become the person, the product of the coaching. So you have to become that first. So many fall in love with coaching and then decide to be the coach, but then they don't get coaching. So they're not the product of the work. Making sense? I know I'm going on to a little tangent here, but I want you to self-identify. Who do you help? What is their problem? And have you personally solved that problem already? So if you're helping menopausal women and you are a menopausal woman, then what process did you take yourself through to get those results? And once you establish that trust and you can give the value and you can tell your story, it will connect and build the relationship. And then that is what's going to compel them to want to take the next step with you, to come and work with you, or maybe to opt into your free training and see if they maybe just kind of want to know a little bit more about what you do. So in the meantime, while that is happening, you are putting out content just like I'm putting out this podcast, like I'm going onto YouTube, I'm going onto social media. I'm just dropping little nuggets of opportunity so that people can get to know me. So I'm exposing myself. I'm hanging out in a sweatshirt today. It's cold and raining. And so I'm just in my natural self, sitting in my office, winging this. Like, let me come on and talk about something that I know is going to bring value to the market, so that they can trust me and connect with my story so that we can begin a relationship. Now, this is not different than relationship that's happening in your household. It's not different from relationships that's happening in your life, right? It's the same thing. You just want to bridge that into your business and really understand that it's not about good marketing. Lord have mercy, I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, I should say wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketers who made promises who did not deliver. Don't do that. This is the thing that has worked. This is what has helped me create great value in the world. It's showing up, being myself, telling my story, letting them know that I can help them because I have helped myself and others. I know the process. I'm feeling confident and competent. I'm willing to come on and tell the story. I'm not letting doubts and fears and imposter syndrome stop me from being visible. So a lot of you need to work on that. So if you came to Belief Bootcamp this week, you heard me talking about where these limited beliefs come from and what you can do to change that. If you missed it and you're interested, just reply to this email and say, Kim, I want to know what Belief Bootcamp was about. I didn't hear about it in time. Tell me more or let me know how you can help me. So that's it. That's what I got for you today. Keep them on pretty short because I know people are busy and I'm trying to get right to the punchline. So I hope you received incredible value from this today. I hope it takes you one step closer to trusting and connecting with me. And if you know someone who is trying to grow their business, who is a healing focused entrepreneur and wants to help themselves and others improve the world, health, wealth, and relationships, then share it. Share it with a friend. Give me a rating and review. I would love to hear from you. And it'd be great if you'd help me spread the word so that we do have more healing focused entrepreneurs who are feeling confident and competent so that we can turn this world around. All right. Have an amazing week. And let me know if you want to know more about how to change your beliefs so that you can step into your purpose. I'm happy to help you do that.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.